A surgeon looks you in the eye and says, "This operation has a 90% survival rate." You breathe out. You'll do it. Now rewind and let her say the exact same thing one shade differently. "This operation has a 10% death rate." Same surgery, same odds, same knife, but your stomach just dropped and suddenly you want a second opinion. Nothing about the operation changed. The only thing that moved was a handful of words, and they moved you. Tonight you're going to watch your own choices get flipped by nothing but wording, catch the exact instant the switch throws, and walk away with one small question that turns the whole trick off. It's called the framing effect, and it's one of the most quietly powerful things ever measured about the human mind. The same fact, genuinely, mathematically the same, feels like a different reality depending on whether it's dressed as a gain or a loss. And the unsettling part isn't that words carry spin. You already know words carry spin. The unsettling part is that the spin reaches straight past your opinion and rewrites your actual decision, while you're completely certain you're just weighing the facts in front of you. And in a minute, I'll show you this same trick flipping the choices of trained doctors. But start with the experiment that proved it. The people who ran it built something so clean, it's almost unfair. Picture your country bracing for an outbreak of a disease expected to kill 600 people. You're handed two plans. Plan A saves 200 people for certain. Plan B has a 1 in 3 chance of saving all 600 and a 2 in 3 chance of saving no one. Most people, about 72%, take Plan A, the sure thing. 200 lives locked in. It feels obviously, unarguably right. Now a second group faces the same outbreak, the same 600 lives and two plans that are, and this is the entire point, mathematically identical to the first two. Plan C, 400 people will die. Plan D, a 1 in 3 chance nobody dies, and a 2 in 3 chance all 600 die. This time, most people refuse the sure thing and gamble on Plan D. Sit with that for a second, because it is genuinely strange. 200 saved and 400 die out of 600 are the exact same outcome, the same 200 people living. The gamble is word for word identical in both versions. Nothing changed except that one frame said saved and the other said die. And that single swap didn't just shift how people felt about the plans. It flipped which plan they picked. The researchers Tversky and Daniel Kahneman published this in 1981, and it helped rewrite how we understand the mind, because it showed that our choices aren't reading reality. They're reading the labels somebody stuck on reality. Quick, before we go further, don't overthink this one. A tub of yogurt that's 90% fat-free, or one that's 10% fat. Which sound healthier? You felt the tug toward the first, didn't you? It's the same yogurt. Hold on to that little pull. That's the whole effect, firing inside you in real time over a snack. Now here's where it stops being a snack. Because the same flip has been measured on a decision as serious as they come. Which treatment might save your life? In 1982, a team led by McNeil ran it inside a hospital. They gave people a choice between two real cancer treatments, surgery or radiation, laid out with actual survival statistics. When the outcomes were framed around living, how many patients are alive after treatment? People lean towards surgery. When the very same statistics were framed around dying, how many don't make it? Many more backed away from surgery and chose radiation instead. Identical numbers, opposite decision, and it wasn't only anxious patients under a diagnosis. The researchers ran it on experienced doctors too, people who read survival tables for a living, and the wording tugged them in the very same direction. The frame doesn't wait for you to be frightened or uninformed. It works on the trained expert holding the same chart you be handed. So it isn't a quirk of the nervous, and it isn't only life and death. Once you've felt it, You cannot unsee it in the small stuff either. Walk down any grocery aisle. Ground beef sells as 90% lean, never 10% fat. And it's not marketing superstition. When researchers Levin and Gary Gaeth actually tested it in 1988, people rated the exact same beef as tastier under the leaner-sounding label. Same meat. The words seasoned it before they took a bite. And a politician's plan that lets you keep 95% of your paycheck and one that takes 5% of your paycheck are the same plan, down to the cent, and people will argue for an hour about which one is fair. Notice something. Not one of those is a lie. That's exactly what makes the frame so dangerous. It never has to lie. It just decides which true half of the sentence hits you first and lets your gut finish the job. So why does one word swing you this hard? Because your mind doesn't measure an outcome against zero. It measures it against a starting line, a reference point the frame quietly sets for you before you've even begun to think. Saved plants your starting line at everyone dead. So 200 people living feels like pure winnings, and you grab it and hold on tight. Die plants your starting line at everyone alive. So 400 gone feels like a loss. And a loss you'll do almost anything to escape, even take a gamble you'd normally refuse. It's the oldest asymmetry in the mind. The same amount felt as a loss hurts far more than it pleases as a gain. So whoever picks your starting line has already half-picked your choice. You think you're deciding about the world. You're really deciding about the distance from wherever the wording dropped you. And here's why this matters tonight, not just in a study from decades ago. Almost nobody hands you a decision in a neutral frame anymore, because the frame is the most powerful lever there is, and it costs nothing to pull. The marketer picks lean, never fat. The insurer sells you the tiny chance of disaster, never the huge chance that nothing happens. The app warns you what you'll lose if you cancel, and never once mentions what you'd save. Every headline, every price, every proposal reaches you pre-framed by someone who already knows which version makes you move. And the frame is invisible for one simple reason. It's telling the truth. You're not being lied to. You're being aimed. You can't unknow framing, and you can't feel your way out of it. The flip lands faster than thought. But there's one move that switches it off, and it's almost stupidly simple. Whenever a number or a choice arrives dressed a certain way, flip it. Say the other half out loud. 90% survive. All right, so 10% don't. How do I feel now? 200 saved, so 400 die. Still my pick? Only a 5% failure rate. That's 1 in 20. Would I still board that plane? You're not hunting for the correct frame. There isn't one. You're forcing yourself to stand at both starting lines at once. So the wording stops choosing for you, and you finally see the naked fact underneath. The one that stays exactly the same no matter how it's dressed. Try it on the last thing that sold you. The deal, the plan, the risk that felt obvious in the moment. Say it back to yourself in the opposite frame, and watch your gut. If it swings, you didn't decide on the facts. You decided on the wording, and now you get to decide again, this time with your eyes open. Because the fact never changed. Only the frame did. And the moment you can flip the frame yourself, nobody else gets to set it for you. If you just follow words swing your gut good, that's the frame showing itself. Hit subscribe. A new one every week. How your own mind quietly tricks you.